What's up, kinks? It is NappyFu all up on your screen, and today is a That Nap Life video. I am finally coming at y'all with my first impression of the Revair. Yes, the Reverse-Air Blow Dryer. This has been deemed the ultimate blow drying experience. Well, let's just see how well they did on my 4C hair. Y'all ready? NappyFu checking in. Let go.
Well, that's loud.
Loud is not the only thing I noticed about this machine. A lot of other stuff, but we'll get into that soon. So here we are, y'all. I'm finally giving my first impression of the Revair, that $400 machine that you pretty much have to put on layaway to get. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people have reviewed this a long time ago. I just like to wait till all the hype has died down. Then I'm willing to try it, just to make sure there's no kinks, you know, that needs to be worked out before it comes to my hair. Okay, I definitely am not one to say it's good to be picky, but when it comes to what you put on your hair, oh yes, sis, be picky. Okay, all right, here we go. I will be starting on freshly washed hair, and this hair is already prepped for me to use this quote-unquote heat. Okay, this is the same day I did the 30-minute wash day routine, so make sure you check out that video so you can see exactly how I prepped my 4C hair for this blow drying experience. Okay, the link is in the description box or in the information card in the right hand corner. So this thing is huge, y'all. The hose, what I'm holding right now is the hose, the handle, however you want to call it. It is huge and it's quite handy. I'm pretty sure my arms are going to get a workout. However,
I've been lifting weights, so I'm good.
Well, I thought I'll be good. Anyway, this is the base. This is where you would turn it on. When I turned it on, the handle lit up. It glowed. It's crazy how no matter how much older you get, when things glow up or sparkle, you're still like, ooh, wow.
It recommends to start it at... Well, that's loud.
And when you are crazily deciding to record at 12 a.m. in the morning, it's definitely probably a bit too loud. Okay, but anyway, the base also contains what they call the dial, the tension dial, and you choose what tension level you want the Revair to be at. And this tension level ties into how much of a quote-unquote tug you want the base or you want the hose to put onto your hair. I started at a tension level of 2. The book recommends for our hair type, the kinky hair type, or type 4 better yet, to be at a 4, but I was not confident in that number, so I said let me just start low, easy and simple. So I started at a 2. And connected to the base is the wand. Well, it's connected through a hose, but this right here is the wand. This is where your hair will be pulled through. Okay, has 3 different temperatures. Temperature 1 is 400 watts, which I did the calculations, aka I used Google, okay, and that turned out to be about 211 degrees Fahrenheit. The middle is the cool air shot, okay, and the third temperature is temperature 2, which is 800 watts, and that is 421 degrees Fahrenheit. So we know that hair starts to burn at 451 typically. All right, so keep that in mind when you are choosing what temperature to use. I stayed on temperature number 1, and even to this day, I've used it a few more times. I still like temperature number 1 for my hair. Of course, anytime you're going to use heat of any sort, okay, I know this is a reverse heat or reverse air, but yet and still there's going to be some heat usage. You want to make sure you prep your hair right. So make sure you check out my 30-minute wash day video in the description box to see exactly what I use in my hair and what serum I use for heat protecting. And we're already into it. So I decided to start off with my hair in 2-strand twist. And then later on in the video, you're going to see me take out the 2-strand twist and then use the Revair on my hair loosely. I just felt like 2-strand twist was the safest way for me to start off until I got somewhat of a hang of it. And as you can see, the impression is already pretty positive. I was like, I'm done already? Really? So now I feel comfortable enough to go ahead and take it out and use it loosely. And throughout the time of me using this machine, I pretty much stayed with that same concept, keeping it in 2-strand twist until a certain amount of time, and then, or a certain amount of dryness has occurred, then I take it out of that and I separate it and, you know, use the tension. Let the tension be on my direct hair and not just on the twist, if that makes sense. So, y'all, this machine, first of all, you can see by my face, I was quite charmized. Very charmized by the results already because it gave me such a stretch, but yet I still have texture to my hair and my hair feels super moisturized. Like normally if I blow dry my hair, I know I just moisturized my hair, but when I blow dry it, all that moisture goes away. But for some reason, some odd, strange, amazing reason with this Revair, that moisture wasn't gone. It was almost like it was completely sealed in. That's another reason why I think a tension of 2 works really well on low porosity hair. Just in my opinion, in my experience, see, I still have a lot of texture and that section is moisturized and dried. So that's pretty awesome to me. Keep in mind that this Revair is drying your hair downwards, which means that it's geared, or I read on their website that their goal is to lay your cuticles down. Now, if you have, or help to encourage your cuticles to lay lower, right? So I have low porosity hair. I don't need any help with my cuticles laying lower. It already does that. I need help with it opening up, right? So I thought to myself, I might not want the tension to be too high, because the higher the tension, the quicker the cuticles may lay lower. Like, y'all know what I mean? Like, that's my mindset on that. And I will say that I've already used this a few more times with the higher tension, and 2 works the best for me. When I did 3 and 4, my hair actually dried out quicker. So 2 actually works out very well. Overall, just kind of play around. You have to play around with the tension that works best for you. You can watch other 4C hair girls who use this machine, and they might really like 3 and 4. But I'm really a fan of 2 because it still gives me textured look with some stretch. So I'm pretty happy with that. I still got shrinkage afterwards. You're gonna see that. But I got some stretch, and you know, the texture is still there. But man, that wand holding that sucker, Revair, we gotta figure this out. I know it took y'all about 4 years to get this thing down, but maybe an extra 1 year or 2 years, you know, a little bit more time would have helped you figure out how to make it smaller. Speaking of time, I think it's about time for those who are not subscribed to go ahead and join Team Kinks. Okay, hit the subscription button and the bell right next to it to be notified next time I'm all up on your screen. Thanks. So we got one side done, and y'all see what I mean by there still being texture to my hair. I like it. Like, no, my hair is not fully stretched, but the stretch that I have, I can work with this. I can manipulate and style my hair with ease, and that to me is winning.
I have never had my hair stretched like this, and it still feels soft and moisturized. Like a little stretch to the gods, wash and go. Got a little movement to it too. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. I ain't mad at it. Okay, I worked hard for it. Put a lot of arm energy into it. It better come out looking, Let's see. All right. A blow dryer might have given me more volume and all that kind of good stuff, but what I'm working with right now, I have movement to it. It still feels very soft, you know, and I mean, I still have some shrinkage, but I'm okay with that. I've never had my hair blow dried, and I still have like a soft feeling to it. I usually have to like maybe apply a little more oil after I'm done with everything, or a little bit of cream. But no, kudos to the products I use, the Naturalicious, and to the Revair. Like this reverse heat. Yeah, they on to something. I just wish it didn't abuse my arm like it does. It abused my arm, my thigh and my biceps. Abuse, habus. It's habus. All right, let me do the side. I'm gonna do it off camera because I need to sit down, okay? All right, so there you have it, y'all. My hair, first time using the Revair. My first impression is I like the type of blow drying it's given. Some parts of my hair is not 100% dry. Like I can still feel a little dampness to it, but I don't mind it because I was tired. Okay. The way that it dried, I can see more of my length. Some of y'all have messaged me and commented that, oh, shout out to that growth. This Revair has me looking like, oh, wait, I do have some length. I'm liking this Revair, y'all. Yeah, your girl's liking it. This part does get, this is where you can feel the heat coming out of. So be mindful when you pressing this against your, your scalp area, be mindful. I also want to mention, as far as the temperatures go,
drying at a temperature of 1, which is where I stayed at, is a lower heat. Of course, it's going to be drying your hair a little bit slower because the temperature is lower, so it will take you more time. If you're pressed for time but you want to dry, then go ahead and push it up to level 2, which does dry faster. And I'm just going to speak from a low porosity standpoint. the times that I've used that number, because I've done this, again, I've used this machine a few more times, but the times that I've used a temperature level of 2, my hair dried out faster. So I'm a fan of 1. Also, the dial, make sure you play around with the tension until you find the one that really gives your hair, your kinks, the best results. Best results meaning you got some stretch and you did not lose too much moisture from your hair. Like, it still feels moisturized and not desert dehydrated. Okay. Ultimately, to make sure you still have a moisturized result, it does matter what you put in your hair prior to. So don't use like any gels or mousses. Even their website says not to do that. They recommend doing this on wash day, and they recommend using things like oils, dry oils, creams, and serums and things of that sort. So make sure you check out the description box. This is a 30-minute wash day video that I did on the same day I used the Revair. So you can see the products that I use and how I prepped my kinky 4C hair. I had to use the Naturalicious Hello Gorgeous system, and it worked out pretty well because, like I said, my results, I had fluffy hair. I decided to go ahead and do a twist out, and y'all see the volume I have? Y'all see how much flow I have to it? It looks soft, right? I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to, you know, toot my horn. I'm just saying, it looks soft. It feels soft. I have movement and I have volume, but without it being stiff. I didn't have to re-moisturize or anything of that sort like I normally have to do when I use a normal blow dryer. So for my first time, okay, girl, you better get it. Sorry. For my first time, the results were quite pleasing. I think I mentioned already that I did use this a few more times. I used a tension of 3, a tension of 4, temperature of 2, and nothing gave me the results like this did. A temperature of 1 with a tension of 2. Took me longer. The time was longer, but the results were to my satisfaction. When I increased the tension, increased the temperature, the drying time was faster, but the results were not as pleasing. Okay, so I am really pleased with this because I have so much stretch, but not overly stretch, and I can do hairstyles. I can manipulate my hair without it kinking up or, you know, giving me so much pushback. So overall, your girl is happy, as you can see. And that glow, that highlight on her cheek, come on. Who is you? Excuse me. You better, hey. Sorry, y'all, but yeah, I'm liking it. And now we have come to the Napchat question of the day. So, Auntie, Uncle, did you happen to see the price of this Revair? $400. Sir? 400. I did not start out. Hey. So I want to know from y'all, Team Kings, what is the highest amount of money you've ever paid for your hair? Like a hair product, a hair tool, maybe you went to a beauty salon. What is the most you ever paid in support of your hair? What is the most you are willing to pay in support of your hair? I'm really curious to know. Cause I mean, $400, like, I'm sorry. You know, I normally, off the rip, I would never pay something like that. But now that I've experienced this machine, I'm like, okay, let me shout out to that payment plan they have though. I'm just saying. To each is your own, right? To each is your own. So yeah, I want to know, what is the most you have ever paid and what is the most you're willing to pay? Let us know in the comment box below, and believe it or not, your response will definitely help another kink out. Okay? Thanks in advance. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and help your girl out by hitting that subscribe button, and make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you can be notified the next time that I am all up on your screen. Also, if you're bored during the week, come on and hang out with me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all of that. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks again for chatting with your girl. Until next Sunday, remember y'all, to have healthy hair, mind, body, soul, all of that. You got to do healthy things consistently. NappyFu checking out. Deuces. You know, like when you do your hair, you just feel like, ooh la la, who am I? No. Hey, I need to go dancing. I haven't been dancing in so long, y'all. And I love to dance. Like, I feel like I got some moves. I don't know. You know. But it's been a while since I've gone, you know, just get my groove on. Get my shaku on. Shaku. It's been a while.
Been a while. Dang, all I do is work. All I do is work, work, work. I mean, I have some fun, but I haven't danced, and I'm about to go dance now.
If I told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful.